Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. We are on the countdown to WrestleMania. Today is normally my day off where I'm just kicking back around the house. I have to go work a shift at a different store today, 12 to 9, to put a little bit more WrestleMania cash in my pocket. It's a drought over here, baby. I ain't got nothing but coupons in my wallet right now. All right, that's where we're at. I mean, I don't normally carry cash around anyways. We got the cards right here. I almost pulled them out and showed you what a dumbass move that is. Having to cancel my credit cards a week before WrestleMania because I showed them on YouTube. But I'm pumped. I am fired up. I honestly cannot think of a better time to have a vacation from work. Hell, at work, it is not even on paper as a vacation. It's me taking 3 days off one week and 3 days off the next. I work the day before I leave, as always. I work the day I come back. Sucks balls. But, I need this bad. I feel like I don't know. I got really shafted. I really thought I was going to get something. I did not get it. I've been having a hard time at work lately, but I still love my job. And, yeah, just basically, I am looking very forward to going to WrestleMania this year. I'm missing out on it last year. I know I went on a lot of trips last year. Royal Rumble, Bound for Glory. Miguel came here, and we did some stuff for WrestleMania. I went to a few Raws, a few SmackDowns, WrestleFest, house shows. I was very blessed last year. Thank you, everyone. As always, I would not be able to take these trips if it wasn't for you guys and for YouTube and for you guys watching and clicking on my videos and just following along for the ride, because this has been a hell of a ride. I never thought that in 2010, I started making videos when I got back from WrestleMania. I got to go to WrestleMania because I won a contest through WWE Comics, and that's the only reason why I went to 26. 27, I always said that I was going to go to it, but then again, when I was a kid, I said I was going to go to WrestleMania 17 as well, and that never pulled through. If it wasn't for making the best friends in the world, and Ravi, and Miguel, and, Luke, Zach, all of those guys. I haven't been on a trip with Zach, though. I need to, sooner than later. If it wasn't for meeting those guys, I don't even think I would be there. I didn't even have the guts to ask to go to SummerSlam 2010. I mean, that's really where the ball really started rolling. If it wasn't for Miguel getting my permission to go, I don't even know if I ever would have went on another one of these trips. And I put my feet in the sand, and I said that I was going to WrestleMania 27. And luckily for me, my friends followed. First, it was I was really thinking that if I got Miguel to be the guy who caved, then everybody would come. But it was actually Ravi, who was the guy who jumped on board, and ever since then we've really had the ball rolling. Just because Luke's not coming this year, I get tweets about this every day asking why Luke's not going to WrestleMania and if we're not friends anymore. I love Luke to death. I wish he would be there. This is my first Mania trip without having Luke there, and every year all the trips, pieces change here and out, there and the other, but this is going to be fucking awesome. WrestleMania 28 to me was really a coming together of a whole, bunch of cliques and teams, however you want to think it, about it. Like, you can't really have a Skype call with, the most people I've ever had a Skype call with was 18. And that was after a pay-per-view, and that was just fucking bananas. And even though we were all friends, we ended up cutting the group into two different calls just so people could talk. I am very guilty of this. I grew up as a single child. It is my worst fault in life, is that when I want to say something, I say something, because when I grew up, it was just me and my dad, and there was, if I was going to say something, he was going to listen to me, because that's just the way it worked. And so that's revolved into me growing up now and just interrupting everyone, and I feel horrible when I do it. I know I do it, but yet I still do it. So, if you can put up with that, you will be my friend for life, and I thank everyone. WrestleMania 28, we all really came together. It was that trip going over to, I can't remember what the place was called, Tailgaters, it was the bar. At WrestleMania 27, we all met up for a good hot minute at the Vortex. So when we were leaving, they were coming in, and that, of course, is like Phil and Brandon and, Big Rat, and a whole bunch of other people like that. And you know, honestly, at 27, I wasn't comfortable around those people. Like not like I didn't want to be their friend. Just you know, I just only seen them on YouTube. I didn't know who they were in real life. It takes me honestly a little bit to warm up to somebody. When I first meet you, I'm not going to talk your ear off, but then once those walls are breaking down, you're going to have to tell me to shut up because I'm not going to stop talking. But I'm looking forward to meeting everyone from the trips out there. You always take a trip, and you're always, you know, going to act like it's going to be your last. And even though I threw my hat in and I said that, you know, I think I said it when I got back from 27, when I got back from 28, that I was done. I don't know when I'll be done. You know, basically, we've already put together our group for WrestleMania 31 to buy the package with. We're going to be locked in with 4 people, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be, you know, awesome. You know, last year, we felt real bad for Ravi. We were basically planning our WrestleMania 30 trip before he even went on his WrestleMania 29 trip. We got him more excited for the next trip than the trip that he was going on. And he was like, can we just get 29 over with so we can get to 30? And that sucks when you're going on a trip and you're spending a lot of money and everything like that. But, you know, we are definitely going to get it on. We are, you know, big time packed. The whole trip basically is slammed out. I think I have more free time on this trip than I have in a long time, basically with nothing planned on one day. Well, I guess on 2 days, because we don't have to show up till Monday Night Raw on Monday till later in the day. But I think everybody got to throw in what they wanted to do, and the way it turns out, everybody got to do everything they wanted to. So, and at the same time, this is kind of weird because this is like the first time. Normally, it's Ravi, it's me, it's Miguel, and it's Luke. And besides for the 1 year we went to 27 and Paz was with us, and we dropped Paz off at a different place because he didn't want to go to Access. He wanted to go to the ROH meet and greet, and we dropped him off 6 hours early. You know, we've always gone together, and this year people are going different directions. Not that that's bad, it's just that, you know, we've always really stayed together in a clique, but I guess, you know, it's going to be a little bit different this year, and that's cool. I didn't get the telegram in time, and I probably wouldn't have been able to. It would have been hard to have 4 days off in one work week in order to do it, but everybody is flying in on Wednesday. I am flying in on Thursday. So their plans, you know, if you check out their videos on Thursday, are going to be a little bit different than mine. I'm going to be flying into New Orleans. I'm going to get there at 2. Because I'm not, you know, traveling in a group. Getting a shuttle is going to be cheaper for me than getting a cab. A cab might get me there faster, but it's going to cost about $15 more. And honestly, I didn't really see anything going on in that 1 hour. But basically, when I get to my hotel, I'm basically going to be putting my bags down and heading right out. Normally we fly in and then we go get something to eat and then we end up, you know, basically just kicking it around the hotel room. But we're going to be, bam, right out on the town. We have tickets for the JR show at the House of Blues. Through being in a group member to a special group, we were able to get the Jim Ross meet and greet for free if we bought a general admission ticket. So basically, we'll be in the standing room only section in the back or on the side, however that is. I was trying to look at the map, and I don't know. We're not going to be locked into one place. We just need to get a good spot where we can, you know, probably just, you know, stand up and listen to Jim Ross stories. I wanted to go to this because honestly, I'm not 100% sure that Jim Ross will bring his show to Sacramento, California. And I'm not 100% sure if I want to travel to San Francisco or to Oakland or a town like that, or wait till next year when it's in Santa Clara to see Jim Ross. But then again, I never thought Mick Foley would come here. I never will forget the day I popped on Twitter when I actually saw Mick Foley tweet the word Sacramento. That was that was an awesome moment. And I got to go to his show for $25. I saw an hour's worth of, you know, good, funny stories that I laughed at the whole show. And I got to meet Mick, get a picture. He signed a few things for me and, you know, have an awesome night. So with JR, we're going to go out there. We're going to do the same thing. After that, because we're seeing the earlier show, we're going to get out of there about 7:30. And then we're just going to go basically hit the town. There's no real plans to what we're going to do, but seeing the JR show is going to be awesome, and I'm going to be all fired up from just getting into town. It's going to be one of those days when it's hard to find something to sleep. On Friday night, we're going to be going to the Ring of Honor shows. Basically, the Ring of Honor at first was something that, we had crossed off our list. It wasn't really something that's very easily accessible from where we're staying. As Brandon put it, you got to cross over rivers like Oregon Trail. Somebody's got to bring a raft, but we were able to find a way to get there, and they put something on the show that really wanted us to make sure we saw it, and that's Ladder Wars. It's going to be Jay Briscoe going up against Adam Cole, and I've seen a few of the Ladder Wars matches. The Kevin Steen versus El Generico one was classic. ANX going up against the Briscoes when they were going through their whole big time brawl. Any other ones come off the top of my mind? I know I've seen more than that, but Ladder Wars is something that you have to be there for. You have to see it. Honestly, I have regrets about not going to WrestleMania 29. I have good reasons for not wanting to go, but one of the reasons was the ROH show, just to be in that building, seeing one of my favorite wrestlers for Ring of Honor, the Briscoes, why they're not in WWE, why they're not there. Even if they have to show up, they can't really be the Briscoes anymore, and they have to be the Bushwhackers. I would love these guys. They understand my redneck ways. I understand theirs. If there's a pre-show meet and greet, they will be getting my money. I love those guys to death. And I wish the best for them. If ROH is the top of the rainbow for them, that's it. But I would love to see them on my TV more often with WWE. No matter what role it is in. I've heard rumblings and I've heard rumors, and you guys have heard it about PG going away. That's something that I'm gonna have to really see for myself before I believe it. I don't think they're in the mode of changing anything, especially with coming out with shows like Slam City and everything like that. Right after ROH, we're gonna be leaving over and going to one of the things that I think is gonna be one of the funnest things of the whole trip, Kaiju Big Battel. There's no real way to describe what Kaiju Big Battel is, other than it's sort of like a UFC sort of ring with an octagon cage around the outside of it. They build these structures almost like a Godzilla movie, and the people come out in outfits, whether if they're cartoon characters or they're Godzilla characters or just a big fucking waffle. It's gonna be fucking awesome, and this is a show that I'm not going to want to miss. I mean, the only reason why I heard about Kaiju Big Battel is because Well You're Wrong on Twitter took one picture of going to this show last year, and I was in love with this, and I brought this up all the time until I finally heard the Kaiju Big Battel was having a show this year, and I was not taking no for an answer. I was basically saying that if you guys don't want to go to the show, I'm going to go to it alone, because this is something that I must see. I hadn't even seen video of it. I had just heard from him what it was like. I had seen one picture and I was done. I didn't know that they had videos of their stuff on YouTube. Justin found them. RKO Infamous NWO, he sent them to me, and I laid in bed on a Saturday night, and I fell asleep watching Kaiju Big Battel. I woke up Sunday morning watching Kaiju Big Battel some more before I went to work. That was awesome. That was really, really cool stuff. After Kaiju Big Battel, we got to go back home. Saturday, I'm not proud of what my Saturday is. This is not what I planned out to do. Luckily for me, the YWC, we're all connected. I have good friends out there. People were looking out for me. I was able to secure a Hulk Hogan VIP access ticket. And I'm not scared to say that when I bought that ticket, I cried. I had one tear come out of here, and another tear come out of here, and they met here, and they made a bigger tear. It wasn't a lot of crying, but it was crying. I'm going to meet the fucking Hulkster, Hulk Hogan himself. I haven't really locked down what I'm going to get signed yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making the WrestleMania loot video a few days from now. But honestly, 8 a.m. access is fucking early, and that's going to suck. More than likely, I'm going to want to get there early, so I'm probably going to have a 6 a.m. wake-up call on Saturday. I'm going to get myself over to Access, get in line. I got to have that Drury hot breakfast, though. Oh, they better have some waffles ready for me that day. I'm going to be staying in Access all day. I just don't want to go over to WrestleCon, pay the $25 to get in. I'm going to go on Sunday. But basically, I have a ticket for 8 a.m. access. I have a ticket for 1 p.m. access, even though that's general admission. That time, I'm going to probably get a signing here or there. But this is the one that I really just want to soak in everything that's there. I want to see the memorabilia. I want to see all that stuff. If they have another movie role, that was probably one of the funnest things I did at WrestleMania 28's Access. We had time of our life at that Access before WrestleMania. It felt like we were the only kids in the candy store. I met fucking everyone. I didn't have to run around. I just walked from station to station. I feel like the only time that I was really sort of stressed to meet somebody was Howard Finkel, and that was because I had told everyone that I was going to meet them for us to leave, and I didn't know that Fink was there, and I wanted to meet him because I had been chasing him for 2 years, and he was awesome. But I got out of there. Luckily for me, Ravi was eating the pizza, the infamous WrestleMania 28 pizza, and I had time to meet the Fink, and we got out of there. No real plans on who we're gonna meet up there. 6 p.m. Access. I have a Hall of Fame ticket as well, but we're still gonna be able to pull this off. I have a plan. Don't worry, we're gonna be all good. But basically, I'm gonna be meeting Ric Flair at 6, and then we have to get our butts over there. I think that basically we're just going to meet Flair and get out of there. I know Alicia Fox is signing. Hopefully she'll be in the first one. It sucks that we're not going to be able to see her at the Hall of Fame and all of her hotness, but I will yell at her before we leave and wave, and she will not know who I am anymore. But hey, that's my girl, dog. From there, we're going to go over to the Hall of Fame. Everybody knows all about this. Lita, Jake the Snake Roberts, Razor Ramon, Ultimate Warrior. This is a real good class. It's really, really exciting to be a part of this. And somehow after the Hall of Fame, we're going to be able to crawl our way back to WrestleCon and go to $5 wrestling. $5 wrestling is some of the best stuff in the entire world. I can laugh at Marty DeRosa and Colt Cabana. And although, honestly, when I watch the DVDs, the live ones aren't my favorite. I sort of just watch them once and they're done. I really like to watch the shows over and over again. The road trip ones are all right, but I put them above the lives. But the shows themselves are really, really good. And I know that I have them all as of right now. I haven't caught up on them. I still haven't even watched the Colt Cabana, not Colt Cabana, the Cliff Compton one. And I need to get caught up because that's some of the funnest wrestling. I've been really hooked on the WWE Network as of late. And speaking of the WWE Network, I have been asked to bring my Apple TV, even though I don't even know how we're going to be able to see it. Somehow the people think that it's going to be on there. We'll find a way to find it on there. And we are going to watch the New Japan Wrestling show that starts at 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. You got to be kidding me, people. But that's what they want to do. We're going to check that out. 2 a.m. in the morning now, people. 2 a.m. And I don't know anything about New Japan. I know that they're not having a championship match because I listened to the Wrestling Observer talk about it. The champion of New Japan is involved in a tag team match, whatever his name is, Okada. Hopefully that made me look a little smart right there. And maybe Shelton Benjamin will be on that show. Alex Shelley, I haven't heard anything about him in a while. Maybe he's on that show. I know that one guy, Davey Boy Smith Jr., he works for New Japan. Maybe he'll be on that show. I'll have fun because I'm watching wrestling with other people, and when things go really good, I'll mark out, and we'll all mark out together, and hopefully we don't get the front desk called on us from the rooms around us because we're watching a wrestling show at 2 in the morning. 2 a.m. New Japan show. Set your alarms. Every 15 minutes, wake yourself up. All right, here we go. Then Sunday morning is the big one. I always, honestly, have a lot of regret on Saturday night. Like, not regret, but like, it's normally when I'm in the Hall of Fame and I'm watching it, I had this feeling in my stomach like, WrestleMania is tomorrow. Because honestly, in my mind, like, when I get there and we're doing everything, like in the past, we've gone to ROH shows and we've gone to Access. We've done, Wrestle Reunion and, all that other jazz. It's like, you're so busy, you sort of forget what you're there for. And like, you're a kid at camp. And then all of a sudden you look up at the calendar and you're like, oh, fuck. Tomorrow's the last day at camp. You haven't really done everything that you wanted to do. But that's the day. Hopefully we're going to get some sleep after that New Japan show. WrestleMania, I'm still not 100% sure what time we have to be there with that 2-hour pre-show. But I know that I want to go to WrestleCon. and I got to meet some guys. I'm going in there with a small list. Honestly, I'm more excited to meet Cliff Compton and Colt Cabana more than anybody else. I think I'm going to go meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan and buy his book. I want to meet the Hurricane. It sucks that I have to meet him. Well, I didn't need to see that. I'm sorry, Hurricane. But basically, I met him at 28 because I wanted to meet him. He was always one of those characters that I really liked. He was a part of that SmackDown era where everybody had a gimmick. You know, you had the Pirate, you had the King, you had the little guy, you had the Irish guy with a midget underneath the ring. You know, SmackDown during whatever year that was really fun. And Hurricane was always one of those guys that I really rooted for. And he beat The Rock, people. He beat The Rock, Daddy, on Monday Night Raw. Go home show him before WrestleMania 19. I got a magazine for him to sign and everything else. I want to meet Jeff Jarrett, honestly, to shake his hand and just, you know, wish him luck. I got a picture with him at Bound for Glory as he was walking into the pool. So there's a big pool gate. Not in the way. It's not like the gate. It's not like he came up to the gate and I took the picture of the pool. Not like that, but he's got a drink in his hand and he's walking into the pool. He was the hardest guy to meet at Bound for Glory by far. He was harder to meet than Angle was. Angle, I got lucky. I met him twice. Jarrett, I only got him that one time. He tried to always, you know, sort of duck and slide and stay away from us and everything like that. But I can't really think of anybody else off the top of my head. That WrestleCon list keeps getting bigger and bigger. And you always got to meet a girl. Always got to meet a girl there. So I'm sure that when I'm walking around, somebody will jump out at you. WrestleMania is the big one. We're sitting in 142R. We're going to be there forever. But it really looks like a really good stacked show. Really one that it's one of the first Manias that I've gone to that people really haven't shit all over. Even WrestleMania 28 with The Rock and Cena, people were, you know, going batshit crazy over the undercard, saying that there was only 2 matches that anybody cared about. And at the end of the day, people were saying that it wasn't even that good. I loved every single WrestleMania that I've been to. 26 is sort of a sleeper in some people's eyes, but that was one of the best shows I ever been to, with it being my first WrestleMania. I love 27. I love 28. Hell, for the people of 29, I tip your hat at them. I liked that one. WrestleMania is WrestleMania. If you treat it like WrestleMania, like it's supposed to be a big deal, you're going to have fun no matter what the hell goes on. Doink the Clown versus Randy Savage can go out there and wrestle a match, and you're going to think it's the best shit in the world. After Mania, we'll probably go out and hit the town. Somewhere along this line, we'll hit Bourbon Street. Everything I've read and everything I've heard about Bourbon Street is it's not what you think it's going to be. You get there, it's dirty, it's trashy. You want to see it one time to say you've been there, and then you want to get the hell out of there and go anywhere else in town because that's what it is. Monday's going to be a sleeper night. I remember at... when the fuck was that? WrestleMania 28, we slept forever. That was the most sleep we ever got on one of the trips. WrestleMania 27, we got 10 hours sleep combined. The whole 5 days we were there. Not a lot of sleep going on. One of those hours was in the Hall of Fame parking lot before that show. But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of people. I always have fun no matter where I am. WrestleCon, Access, WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, the ROH Show. If you see me and you know me, I'm going to be more happy to meet you than you're going to be to meet me, because I appreciate all you guys. I wouldn't be able to go on this trip if it wasn't for you guys and me making these videos. I have a ton of fun making these videos, and it's hard for me to say that I only do it for that. I know that's what people think it's the reason why. I love wrestling. I don't really have a lot of people to talk wrestling with, and for me to be able to come on here, I probably would do it if it was, you know, still back in the day, I know before the AdSense kicked in and all that shit. But I love it. I mean, YouTube has been awesome to me. You guys have been awesome to me. Honestly, I don't want to say that, but there's only one person that I don't want to see at wrestle on this trip. That's it. I love all you guys, and that's about it. So peace out, everybody. I hope everybody's got their bags packed. My bag's packed. I have been told to make sure I have the Cocoa Puffs ready. I have a week to go out and buy a box. Hopefully we won't start this trip off eating Fruity Pebbles. But, man, this is going to be awesome. I know a lot of people have less than a week. I have a week. It's 10:45 West Coast time. If I'm here at 10:45, I'm in fucked trouble because I would have missed my flight by 4 hours. But, you know, It always sucks coming home from work that Wednesday to get ready to go to the airport on Thursday. I already know I have all my stuff packed. All I have to do is charge my computer and put it in my bag. But I'm still going to open my bag and look through it to make sure everything's in there. And then I'm going to get some stuff misplaced as I'm trying to put it back in the bag. And next thing I know, it's going to be midnight. And I'm going to be like, fuck beans. I got to wake up in 3 hours. But it is what it is. It's WrestleMania. I'm going to be ready. You're going to be ready. Let's get this done. I'm looking forward to it. Peace out.